Welcome to UK Paranormal Search. Tonight we are brought to the town of New Brighton here in Merseyside on the Wirral Peninsula. Tonight we're carrying on with our military theme as we're going to investigate a World War II tunnel. We're doing this as a group investigation. It used to be an air raid shelter. It was also a munitions factory as well.
That was a door.
It was.
It's loud. That was.
John,
Stop it, John.
John.
Welcome to another episode of UK Paranormal Search, and tonight we find ourselves in Merseyside, specifically in the historic seaside town of New Brighton. New Brighton, perched on the northeastern tip of the Wirral Peninsula, this coastal gem overlooks the Bay of Liverpool, where the mighty River Mersey meets the Irish Sea. New Brighton, established in 1826, quickly grew into a bustling seaside resort. In its heyday, it was the go-to destination for holidaymakers, boasting grand hotels, lively bathing pools, a pier, a promenade, a towering structure and an opulent ballroom. The town was alive with attractions and amenities, drawing crowds from far and wide. Today, New Brighton presents a unique blend of the old and the new. The 19th century Grade II listed former sea defence, Fort Perch Rock, built to guard the entrance to the Mersey. This imposing structure has also seen its share of history, and just beyond it, the Perch Rock Lighthouse, a steadfast beacon guiding sailors through these treacherous waters for centuries. But as night falls, New Brighton reveals a different side, a side steeped in mystery, legends, and perhaps even the paranormal. But tonight we uncover a chilling piece of hidden history in New Brighton. Beneath the old palace and floral pavilion lies a network of secret tunnels with a haunting past that stretches back over 200 years. These tunnels were once the domain of notorious smugglers who operated along this treacherous stretch of the River Mersey. But during World War II, these dark passageways took on a new purpose. Transformed into a munitions factory and air raid shelters vital to the war effort, yet steeped in secrecy. After the war, the tunnels saw a different kind of life, as they were converted into a nightclub known locally as the Creep Inn. But for the past 20 years, these tunnels have been left abandoned, slowly decaying, a forgotten relic of a bygone era.
Did anyone else see a big black shadow of John Day?
Like, that is what I'm hearing, but obviously not us. I thought that was you, Steph.
It's more like a boring sigh. Like a.
You smell like floral. Are you wearing flowery perfume?
No. And you all apparently heard. What did you hear? Who wants to tell the story?
I just heard that like breath
Again.
near me. Yeah, like. Can you turn that off a minute, please?
What we're going to do tonight, a bit of a psychic test. We've got Amy who's quite, well, sensitive, I won't say we're psychic. We've got Amy who's also allegedly sensitive. So what I've told them to do tonight, I'll give them a notepad each. I've asked them not to confer, and they're going to write stuff down, what they feel. And then at the end of the night, we're going to confer notes and see if anything collaborates between the two.
We'll see if we can get you believing anything.
Yeah, or we can put this psychic nonsense to bed. Right, go on. What was you saying?
So we came in here, obviously you guys were talking in there, and the atmosphere was totally different when we first came in. It was like, it was
massive.
It was
Yeah.
heavy, it was dark, it was uncomfortable, and we both felt like there was something.
What was that?
something.
Did you hear that?
Did you hear that? Sorry.
Yeah, I haven't. I thought that was you.
No,
No, it
did you hear
wasn't
that?
me. No,
That was in
did you
there.
hear that? It was.
I haven't.
That
felt
was a door.
scared.
It was. Did you hear that? It was a proper bang.
That was a
wasn't
proper.
it? It was
That
a proper
sounded
bang.
like a
Did you hear
door.
that? It
I
was.
haven't.
That
felt
was a
scared.
door.
It was.
I haven't.
That
felt
was a
scared.
door.
It was.
Something in the jaw. We both felt like there was something in the jaw. We both felt like there was something in the jaw.
There's no doors in there.
Gary, just
No, I
sit down
heard
again.
that.
There is, there's,
Hey,
there's
sit
No,
down
it was
again.
after Gary
wasn't
sat
that.
I've
down.
sat down for quite a
It
while.
wasn't
I thought it was
there.
you guys.
Did you
No,
move?
that was a proper bang.
Just move your chair. Go back. Walk forward. Sorry.
Hump it.
Touch your toes, yeah?
I heard
That's
that.
it, yeah.
It sounded like a door.
I sat down.
It was
I didn't-
literally like. Wasn't it like a thud?
I did hear
Yeah.
it. Anyway, go on. Sorry.
Yeah,
Just
so-
as we're talking. Go
So
on.
yeah, so there was, we both felt like there was there was somebody looking in from the door over there. So we were asking it to close the door, and then you got a bit, well, we both started shaking ourselves, started laughing, giggling. And then it sort of went a bit still, and then just as you guys were coming in, this table moved.
Did it?
Yeah, because Charlie said to me, did you kick it? And I didn't touch it. I thought she'd kicked it, and it went like that.
Okay.
Spirits, if you were sat at the table with the girls and making them feel uncomfortable, when we came back in, did you feel like you needed to get out? Did you run?
Yeah, because it
Okay.
feels completely.
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
different. I don't think I pick
Just
up on
like
like
shuddered, just
voices
feels heavier in here.
or stories or anything.
Actually.
Did you run away? Did there used to be a door going through to the machine room?
Oh yeah, maybe.
Is that where you ran to?
Yeah,
So when we
energy
came
wise.
out, did you feel scared of us? Did we make you feel uncomfortable and you had to get away? People say they think they heard a door slam or bang.
It's very dark.
Was that you? Could you do it again?
I wouldn't stand to move there on my own, put it that way.
Well, down here.
John, can we try the, if it's alright with you, can we try that siren again? Just, if you don't want it on,
Yeah,
I
just,
don't think it. I just don't. I don't think it's wise in this room. But okay, I'll come to sit with you.
Amy,
Yeah.
if you don't want it
It's just,
on,
you know,
just
when
say,
you're
yeah?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, I'll tell, honestly, I'll tell you if it starts
I felt like just
affecting.
chat.
Yeah.
Everything.
But it literally, we sat down and it felt so like,
Sorry,
you
sorry,
naughty
sorry.
child in the corner, kind of like,
Yeah.
you are not, like,
Yeah.
you are not, like,
Yeah.
you are not, like,
Yeah.
you are nothing, kind of.
Yeah, we felt like two naughty kids in the corner. That's when
And
we
then,
started
and
giggling.
then I went to Steph, like, I feel like someone's watching us from us, watching us from us, watching us from us, watching us from us.
Then,
Yeah.
No, we didn't breathe then.
Do you hear that?
I was jumping.
I heard it. I thought it
no,
was
that
you.
was loud, that was... It definitely wasn't one of yous.
No, definitely wasn't one of
I
us.
thought it was you.
No, I don't think it was me.
No, I don't think it was.
No.
If it came from your direction, or somebody's
No, I
direction
don't
over
think
there,
it was
or through
me.
that door,
I thought I just heard something else again then.
I've just put my hand in my pocket.
No, it was like a.
see, we keep hearing these breaths, don't we? All night. And again.
That was.
No, that was me swallowing.
Right.
I don't want you to play the siren
No,
thing.
it
Do
feels
you,
really heavy.
Amy, do you want to sit
Doesn't
here
it?
next to
Can
Charlie
I-
and I'll sit at the end?
Can I get like it? Like I feel like I need to. Be
I'll sit there, yeah, you
there.
sit here, I'll sit there. Yeah, yeah.
I don't know why I've got this like horrible feeling. I just want to be like clung to somebody. Does that make sense? You know, when you're like.
If you don't want it on, or you feel uncomfortable,
No, just go for
just
it.
put
It's
your
all
hand up.
that.
Are we all
It's
sure?
an investigation. It's fine. I just want to
What was
it's-
that?
My knee.
Oh, I moved my chair. If you
Okay.
okay. That little dragon. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
that was John.
Are you shaking or am I shaking only?
Is that the all clear, do you know?
It's so creepy being able to see all three of
Is that
them
the old
stuck
player one?
downstairs.
That's weird. At the
No,
end of
that's
that
weird.
recording, man, it felt like the sound started to build.
Okay, that wasn't the all clear, that was a real siren. Can we hear you now run into your post, please? The siren's gone off, it wasn't the all clear. Can we hear your movement now in this part of the cellar, or whatever it is, tunnels?
You want to hear a bang?
Where?
Sounded above, but I mean, we're pretty deep, aren't we?
Can we hear your voice? It only seems to be the ladies you're affecting tonight. Can you come and affect one of the men? What's that?
What was what?
That's something rattle. Did you hear that? No.
No.
I heard like a tap.
Like a chair, like something sat on a chair.
Yeah, no, I didn't hear that.
Yeah?
I didn't hear that.
You come and affect me? Come and affect John?
Yeah.
Come and affect Gary?
Take your energy away from the girls.
If there's somebody in the ammunitions room that's gone back in there now that we've come in here, can you come forward and join us in this room, please?
Should we go back in there, see if we can comply?
Leave these girls alone, we'll leave you. Let us know if you hear or see anything, okay? And then we'll get these notepads, get that done, filmed and out of the way. Sorry? Should we go to the bottom end?
Yeah.
I did hear a door. I did hear a door.
I didn't hear.
I did. See if it moves now. What's it say before? Just rattle it. See if it's that.
No, let's try this way.
Oh, that's the door. That one.
Right, door.
Could have been. There's no reason for it to.
That was us. Right, we've been in most rooms. They've done the bits of writing. They've all been scribbling away. So if you want to start, Amy, in the first room, which was that room over there where the crosses were, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Do you want to start what you actually
Me?
picked up on there?
So I felt sick where I was sitting. Don't laugh. I felt like I was being watched, and that I had someone stood behind me. And then I turned around, you were actually quite far back. I thought you were stood closer to me than what you were. I had chest pain there to the point where I nearly said I need to go out. But I didn't know whether that was just my anxiety because I'm winding myself up. But as soon as I left there, it went. There was a really sharp pain. And then every time I've been here, I've been tired and drained.
I'll be honest, I don't know if I felt as much when we were sitting there as what Amy did, but I have written down like headache. I do feel like a really, really like sharp pain in my head while we were sat around that table.
So you had chest pains, you had pain in
Pains
your
in my
head.
head, yeah.
Any sickness with that?
No, I don't think so. No, just like really like a sinusy, like blocked up feeling sort of around here, if you will.
Anything else?
No, not
Okay,
really
go on,
much of
please.
anything
Is
is
that
there.
yours? That,
Yeah.
Is that it in that room? Second room was the room which is just adjoining to that room, which is whatever room it is, I don't really know. We'll just call it room 2.
So originally the first time I went in there, I didn't like it, and that was when we went in with the lights on. And then when we went back in with the lights off, and we were sitting in there, and it was just the women, I felt okay. Like I had no sickness. I actually felt quite safe. I felt like I'm all right here. I was sitting next to Steph, and at one point I thought Steph had touched me, like caught me zip or something with her coat, but she said that she hadn't. And then as soon as I felt that, you said that you saw a light go across you.
Yeah, between Amy and Charlie.
Yeah, and then I've just put on that, I felt like we were being watched from the machinery room, and then the last time we've just been in there now, when we were sitting in the corner, I felt like we were about to get telling off. And that's it.
Yeah. Again, in that middle room when we first went in, when it was just the girls sitting around the table, it did feel like quite light and like cheery almost. It was just like women just sat around having a bit of a chat, and I didn't feel scared at all. I did constantly feel as though I wanted to just like look back to the ammunitions room though, because I felt like there was just a presence sort of in the doorway. But then again, when we went and sat in there the second time, it felt really, really like heavy, like it was frightening. I felt, I've written down like oppression, like men overpowering women, like it just felt really like overbearing. And I've also put like I had a bit of a sharp pain like in my temple. It was almost like a head injury, like you know when you like bang to the head, and it was just like shooting pains just on the side of my head.
Did you have something to add in there, Steph?
No, so I felt the same as Amy in here, like headache, heavy, sinusy in here. And then just then when we were in that room, just us on our own at the very end, I had this pain in my left shoulder. And I just said, oh, I've got this really weird pain in my left shoulder, like an ache. And then Amy had also written down shoulder
For
pain.
the room that we've been, I'll go on to that now, in the room that we've
Yeah,
been in prior, I had a pain in my left shoulder as well, and I wrote that down before Steph had even mentioned it to me.
So the last room we went in was the
Ammunition room.
ammunition room. You seem to be doing a lot of writing in there area, so go on.
So I think I wrote down about 3 times physically shaken. I couldn't stop shaking, and then I'd move and I'd stop shaking, and I went back to where I was, and then it was shaking again. I got the vibe that it was a very busy place, loads of people, hustle and bustle, loud. Doesn't feel, originally it didn't feel like dark or evil or any like dark spirits, didn't feel anything bad. When we did a bit of calling out, we asked about slaves. I thought I had like a bit of a cold breeze go across my hand, and that was it mainly. And then the shaking, I just couldn't stop shaking. And when the Eerie noise was going off, I was shaking again, and that's it.
Amy?
So in that room I'd written down quite a lot as well. Yeah.
I don't know if it was that temperature thing.
Yeah, it felt really like heavy in there. I felt like I couldn't breathe properly, like I was just like gasping for breath. I have actually written down a child,
Okay.
a little boy, maybe like 5 or 6. Like, hence the reason why when we were calling out and I was saying about how does it feel to be like a mum and have children and stuff, bringing them up in the war, because I did feel like this sense. It's the only room where I've actually got anything where I've felt actually anything I can pinpoint, rather than just like changes in temperature or like anything physical. But I have written down a little boy, maybe 5 or 6 year old, and I did feel that around me. I could like see, maybe it was residual, I don't know, but I could see like a little boy sort of just, it felt like he obviously shouldn't have been in there, but perhaps maybe his mum worked down here, I don't know. And then when we put the air raid siren on, that just completely, that just freaked me out completely. I don't know whether I don't think it made me jump as such, but it was just like I could feel the chaos of what it would have been like, and I just felt this absolute sense of like panic, like voices like screaming in my ears. Just wanted to like just grab hold of my head and just make it stop. It was just really like terrifying. Just didn't make me feel nice at all. I also wrote down the name William. I don't know why, but yeah, there we go. I wrote down the name William. I think it was Gary that actually said, "Can you tell us a name?" And in my head, I just had William. I don't know if we could work on that.
We'll ask the fellow when he gets back, if,
Yeah,
see if
we
anyone
could do
picks
and
up with that
see.
name. That'd
Yeah.
be interesting.
And then just what Steph was saying about the shoulder pain in the middle room. When we were sitting down on the floor in the ammunitions room, I had a pain in my left shoulder blade. Didn't say anything at the time, and then of course when we came out and you said I've got a pain in my shoulder, I went, look, but I've
Yeah,
just
yeah.
written down
Yeah.
and it was in my left shoulder blade as well. So, yeah.
So that's it, guys. That's just an experiment. It wasn't 100% controlled, but we controlled it as best way we could. Guys, I don't think we've had anything, have we? I think we heard the door, John, didn't we? Did you hear the door?
I don't think I
I think
heard.
you go.
That was Gary, I think.
You heard the
something,
door
yeah.
shutting when
There
we
was
came out of that ammunitions room. And we both thought we heard it. Well, we all heard it, didn't we?
And who was it that said when we walked back in, they felt the table move?
That was me and Charlie. So we had a little flimsy table in between us, and when we were there on our own, we felt like two little naughty schoolgirls, didn't we? Like we were going to get told off. We kept giggling, couldn't control our giggling, and then Charlie was sort of like leaning towards the table, and I was sat where Phil is. And then as you guys all started to filter in, I don't know, it just sort of like shuttered, didn't it? It sort of,
I was leaning with both elbows on the table, but I had been the whole time.
yeah.
And then it's almost as if staff seeing you guys came in, like, moved and like kicked it. Although I can't move that one.
Yeah.
But it's as if the table
But
just like
I was sat
jolted.
back, I didn't move.
Was it anything we were saying when we was in the ammunitions room? That, was we saying anything at the time, or was you saying?
No, you were coming in.
Maybe
it
he
was-
didn't want us to come in, or maybe.
It was almost like someone went like that and sort of shot up.
Or run off. We
Yeah.
scared them. Maybe.
Yeah, it was like because we were absolutely terrified, the two of us, and now that's the first time we've picked up on anything really, isn't it? Like a change of atmosphere. And then you were all in the room. You'd started to come in. You were chatting about what had gone on, and then there was just sort of that sort of movement of jolting away.
And it was shortly after that that a number of you said you heard the door.
Well, so pretty much straight after that was when you heard the door, because that was when you were all stood up talking, and that's when we heard the banging. So it was pretty much straight after that.
Yeah, it would have been about 20
How
seconds after.
how do you feel about doing that experiment? I mean, between the two of you, do you think it was interesting, or?
I think it was
No,
quite
but-
interesting because I think there was some differences, but I think on the whole actually we both had quite a lot of similar you know, when the energy was kind of like heavy in one room, maybe a little bit lighter in the other. Like I do think it was interesting how we both, you know, felt those changes in energy as well.
So what I'm going to do now, we'll let them put the notepads down, because that's all you've done all night, isn't it? So what we'll do now, we'll just have a quick break, and then what I'll let you do now is actually just maybe even just feed off each other now.
Steph and I are just going to do a walkthrough with the lights on because nobody else is down here.
Yeah. This is your chance now.
It's just two women. If you are going to bang on anything, if you are going to make a noise, if you're going to knock anything, if you're going to make us feel uncomfortable, right now is it.
Look, you could blow. How easy is that? Come on, make us scream. I want to run out of here.
If there's a spirit in that room, please bang on one of the machines.
Come on.
I don't think you're down here.
That's me breathing.
Okay.
Right, I'm going to poke my head in.
Okay.
Oh, it's not too bad. The emergency lights are on. It's okay. Oh, it's different energy in here now. It's weird.
Oh, it is
Isn't
pitch
it?
black.
No, it feels different though. Is there a Margaret in here?
I haven't felt anything other than when it's just you and I sat there.
naughty schoolgirl vibes.
No, but
going.
this is what worked last time.
Is that Anne Frank?
Yeah, it is. How do you not know who Anne Frank?
I do know who Anne Frank is.
Uncultured. Come on. Please. I'm actually, sir, I'm begging. Okay, please.
Come on, anything. Move the chairs. Move the table. Something. Move a flag. Just give us a sign that there is some energy down here.
A ship crashed the Pelican, and the law at the time, in order for you to steal or loot ships, as long as there was no one alive on board, you could do it legally.
Is that true?
Yeah, well, that's what the sheet said. So that resulted in a lot of people on board that survived the shipwreck to be killed, just so it could get looted. Those dead bodies, they then brought through these tunnels, so it wasn't a crime, so they could go loot it. And then the bodies were left in these tunnels, were shut, and then, I think it was like, I can't remember what year it said, but then they were exploring the tunnels and actually found all the dead bodies. So it took a massive cleaning project because of the stench of rotting corpses and everything. So that was done before World War. So that was the crash of the Pelican. And then it was used obviously for slaves, transporting them in and out, because obviously we're very close to Liverpool. And then after that, World War II, it was then used as a secret, like, factory, basically. But the government just took ownership of it and put in other machinery and used it. So there were 200 women that worked here, 24 hours a day. So it was clearly like shifts, but it never stopped in here. Which is the one thing that I think in this investigation we're not paying homage to. Like, there must have been so much noise and like anxiety. Like that machine in there, if one of us coughs, it like echoes. So the sound of like drills and saws and metal scraping to make this ammunition also wouldn't have been safe to do so, because obviously you're working with explosives.
Yeah, it would have been.
So it's like the health and safety of everything. And then the husbands are away. If they had kids, the kids, God knows, must have been sent to like a farm out Southport way or even further. So it's just like, there must have been so much feeling. And yet, weirdly enough, I haven't had a single female energy.
Yeah, I've definitely had female energy here. I feel like there's like a strong matron vibe, like a woman in charge, but she's big.
Ooh.
Are they back?
I'm not sure, but that was a noise.
Let's
Good
go
check.
Let's go and investigate, guys.
With the lights on.
Nobody's back.
Right, let me just show proof, just so hopefully they can hear that noise.
Hello.
Is anyone here? They're all out having a bloody vape and cigarette. Right, okay. So as soon as you talk about a matron and bossy female,
Okay. Let's go back.
she then makes herself known. So that's lovely. Thank you for doing that, Miss Matron.
Yeah, so I'm picking up on like female in charge. I'm gonna sneeze actually. Is it gone? No, it's gone. So yeah, female. I'm getting Margaret. That could be totally random. But I'm also getting male as well, like authority figure. I think he's the one that is making us quite intimidated. But I'm not sure yet whether it's individual spirit energy or if it's just residual from the building. Because
We're good at this. But yeah, it's definitely an interesting location. We've still got hours to go, and I think if we can mix it up, and I found us splitting up definitely has helped.
yeah, I think so.
And I don't know, that's just because I'm not even too sure why that could even be. Because it would have always been groups, even like, obviously due to slavery, it would have been a transportation of a lot of slaves at a time. The women working down here, it would have been a lot of women working. With that noise, it picked it up.
What are they doing? Yeah, I hope you got the noise because we heard it. Was it like something dropping?
Yeah.
Like it was like a.
Not like a ping pong ball, but it sounded almost like a.
Yeah, weird on it. Weird.
What could it be? I would like to. I don't really know where else to. It's weird. This is the only room where I've actually felt creepy. So the
Which
rest of
room?
this, in where we just were.
Yeah, true.
This it just feels very Halloween, trying to be scary and not. Like, what is that? Chucky.
Yeah, the dolls are a bit. What about pushing this girl around?
Oh gosh, she knocked eyes at me. Oh, but see here, like this is what I wish this would look like. Like it was used, so the women that used to work here turned this into like a social club during the war.
Well, that's how. That is what it felt like to me when we were sat in here, round that table.
It felt very relaxed, very uplifting at the start, the first time when it was 4 of us.
Yeah, and then
Like,
I
it
felt
felt
like
really nice.
we were going to get told off.
Yeah. But they're coming back, I can hear the voices.
John,
Stop it, John.
John.
Okay.